welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. It is going to be my September update for the Deca Panning project pan that was created by Emily McKennis, who will be linked down below. She is also the creator of the Graveyard project pan, and she just creates so many fun projects. This is one of my favorite projects that I'm currently participating in. I look forward to the updates every single month, and I don't have anything new to roll out this month, but I am still going to be drawing a card to roll in a new product, because that's the whole fun of this project. If this is your first time catching one of these project pan videos, I recommend checking out Emily's introduction video, which I will leave linked below as well. She does a really nice job of going super in depth on how this project works. But it's kind of like a game-like project. I'm really overthinking my P words today, like project, products, etc. But it's essentially like a game-like project. So if you want to learn more about this project, check out Emily's introduction. But if you're interested in seeing my updates, my progress, and the new product that I will be rolling in, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content, or you just like to chit chat about makeup, I would love for you to consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's get into the video. All right, you guys, I have 6 products to update you on. Last update, I did not have anything to roll out either, so I decided to pick another card, and lucky me, I picked the Joker, which are, if you are unfamiliar with this project, if you draw the Joker card, you get to work on a product that you are really not excited to be working on. And I had previously already selected the Joker in this project, so I have 2 products that I'm currently working on that I selected for the Joker category, which are products I really didn't feel like panning. So I'll start with those 2 products, and we can start with the one that I rolled in last update. I decided to roll in a shade from my Pat McGrath Interstellar palette, and I rolled in this blue shade right here. I'm hoping I remembered to take pictures. I'm pretty sure I did. When I rolled this in last update, I did reach for this, I want to say 3 times since the last update. I do have a blue look going on today, which I could have also probably, maybe I'll pop a little bit of this on. I'm probably going to regret this. I'm actually going to work after this, and this is a little bit more like blue than I had anticipated. I always start a lookout thinking I'm gonna go with like super light shadows and do like a super like airy fairy-like look, and then I always am like, oh, maybe I'll try adding this shadow, and then it turns into like this whole situation. But anyway, I reached for this, I want to say 3 times. My goal is to hit pan on this. The reason I don't want to pan this is, well, I have 2 reasons. 1, it's a blue eyeshadow, which I don't reach for all that often. And 2, I struggle to reach for my Pat McGrath palettes, I think because I know they're so expensive. So I feel like I have to reserve them for special occasions, which is truly just silly. This palette is going to be beautiful for both fall and winter, in my opinion, and I'm happy that I have this in this project, because it also encourages me to kind of reach for the other shades as well. So no pan yet, and I think it'll be slow going for this. I have hit pan on one other Pat McGrath shade in my life, and they're pretty deep pans. So I feel like this one will be in here probably until the finale. All right, and then the other products that I had rolled in for the other Are You Joking category were these 2 pigments from MAC. So I have Gold Glitch, which is this one right here, as well as the Blue Brown pigment, and I gave myself a usage goal for these to reach for each of them 15 times. Last update, I was at 8 of my 15 uses on the Gold Glitch shade, and I reached for this one an additional 3 times, putting me at 11 total uses, meaning I only have to reach for this one 4 more times to roll it out, which is super exciting. And then my Blue Brown shade I had used 3 times as of the last update, and I reached for this an additional 2 times, meaning we are at 5 of 15 uses. I will just be happy to use this the 15 uses by the end of the year. And honestly, I could have used this in my look today as well, but I felt like it was gonna get too intense, even though it did anyway. But I have actually really been enjoying playing around with these pigments. There was a small part of me that was like, maybe I should order more pigments, and I was like, no, girlfriend, like you actually really shouldn't, because you won't reach for them. So I also forgot to update you guys on my weights. These both were weighing 12 grams a piece last update, and they're still both weighing 12 grams a piece. And then this palette weighed 122 grams last update, still weighs 122 grams today. And then we can go into this this eyeshadow, which is another blue shadow. So I rolled in the single shadow in the shade Good God. This is from JD Glow Cosmetics, and I rolled this in for the prompt, a Black-owned makeup brand. JD Glow Cosmetics is a small Black-owned indie brand, and this is a really, really beautiful shade. I actually do have this kind of as a topper shade on my lids today, and I absolutely adore this shade. I love all of my JD Glow Cosmetics singles. If you are looking for some like high intensity metallic shades, I recommend checking out their Galaxy shadows specifically. I think they're beautiful. My goal is to hit pan on this one. I have only been really successful in hitting pan on like cream shades as well as like deep shades I can use in my eyebrows this year. I haven't hit pan on that many like fun shades, if you will. And for my like more fun shades that I've hit pan on this year, I've had more success in my single shadows than in my palettes, which never happens, which is why I do want to hit pan on this shade. And I'm hopeful that I can just do it by the end of the year. Honestly, I feel like this will still be in for a couple more updates because I think I only reached for this probably 3 times as well. So still chugging away at that. That was 4 grams last update. It still weighs 4 grams today. Next up, I selected this Tarte H2O gloss to work on for the prompt, my largest makeup category. My lips in general are just an overwhelming majority of my makeup collection, that and eyeshadow palettes. But I decided to select the gloss category specifically because other than my eyeshadow palettes, I have the most glosses in my collection. I had, I think, like 67 or 69 glosses. So needing to get through some, I have been pretty successful in panning quite a bit of gloss this year. I thought I would be done with this already, and I wish I had focused on this more in the summer because obviously it is a very bright coral shade. It is pretty opaque unless I like really sheer it out. And it's a stickier formula, which just isn't my favorite. I used to really like the H2O gloss, but once I finish the few I have left in my collection, which this actually may be the last one I have in my collection, then I'm just excited to be done with them. This was weighing 22 grams last update, and it still weighs 22 grams. Okay, if my camera switched a little bit, I accidentally knocked my camera a little bit when I was trying to pick this back up off the floor. This, to be honest with you, I think I only reached for probably 2 or 3 times. I remembered it this morning and I put it on my lips this morning as I was getting ready, and I was like, not making great progress. Although I do see a little bit of like a bubble or demarcation like right here. So I think I will mark it here. And last update, I was like obviously where the line markings are. I have not pulled the stopper out of this. I will do that. Although I feel like this is going to be a really annoying one to pull the stopper out of just because it's such a sticky formula, but I still feel like there's so much product left in here, and I do feel like this is one that I probably still won't have done by next update. What will I have done next update? I honestly don't know, and I'm going to be rolling more in. Okay, this next product has been in since I believe March, so this has been in for a while. It is my Urban Decay lip pencil in the shade Ex-Girlfriend. It was in collaboration with Gwen Stefani. I do have this on my lips today underneath a lip gloss. I love the shade of this. This is like, I wish I had a lipstick that matched this exactly. Here it is right here. I also wish that this wasn't limited edition so I could rebuy it when I'm done. I've made good progress on this. My goal is to finish this up because I want to finish up a lip liner this year. I'm becoming increasingly concerned that I'm not going to be able to do it, even though my pencil is getting so little. When I look at like my progress lines and look at where I was when I rolled this in versus now, I will only get like this much more progress like in the next 3-4 months. So I need to pick up the pace just a little bit. This is something I have been pretty good at reminding myself to reach for, and when I use this, sometimes I'll just use it all over my lips to get more use out of it, and I just really enjoy the shade. I'm still hopeful I could potentially finish this up by the end of the year. I'm still going to push myself to do it. I would love to do that, but I don't by any means think I will have this done by the next update. I'm also working on a couple of lip liners now in my whole collection project pan, but this is definitely the one that I reached for the most frequently. And this one was weighing 4 grams last update, still weighs 4 grams today. So the last product to update you guys on before we roll in a new product is one that I actually have seen a significant amount of weight change on, and it's the progress I'm most excited for. It is my Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer. I rolled this in for the category or the prompt, your lowest rated in any makeup category in your collection. I was wanting to work on another primer because I feel like I've been making good progress on my primer collection this year in like curating it a little bit more. It's not like the most curated, but my primer collection used to be out of control and it's not so much anymore. And I honestly really enjoy this primer, and it still gets 4 out of 5 stars on the Sephora website. I guess I just have a lot of high rated primers in my collection. So I thought this would be a good one to work on because I also was not actively working on a gripping primer in any other project. And I started with an almost full tube right up here, and now we are right down here. So I feel like if I'm gonna finish any product by the next update, it is going to be this one. Although I still want to roll in a product, so I would need to finish 2 products to like get my numbers. Like I'm not making sense. Just ignore that thought. Anyway, this weighed, what did this weigh? This weighed 29 grams last update, and it's weighing 25 grams today. So there has been 4 grams of visible progress on here. We were right here last update, and like I said, we are now right here this update. I feel like I got this. I feel like I am going to finish this by the next update, which is really exciting because that would mean another primer moved out of my collection as well. I recently, no, it'll be going up after this, but I recently, in a video that I've already filmed, compared the Urban Decay All Nighter Glow, which is pretty similar to this, except for obviously that one's glowy, to the e.l.f. Jelly Pop primers, which are also, to the e.l.f. Jelly Pop slash Mint Cooling Primer, which are also very gripping. And I used to think I would repurchase this, but because the e.l.f. one is so much less expensive and honestly even a little bit more gripping, I don't feel like I would repurchase this when I finish it, just because I do have both the e.l.f. primers and they do a great job at gripping. I also love to test new things, so I just feel like I won't actually need to replace this, which is kind of exciting because that just means I get to move a primer out of my collection. Okay, so that brings us to the part of the video where we get to pull a new card. So I will shuffle these a little bit. I've already shuffled them, but I'll shuffle them a few more times. Hopefully you can hear me shuffling them. Here, I'll try and hold it up. There we go. And then I will shuffle like this. I'm gonna literally be so irritated, and I don't want to jinx myself, and I probably will because I always jinx myself. But if I pull the Joker again, like, come on, that's just like not even fair and fun, but oh well. So we're just gonna pick one card. Even though Sheet Geek sometimes will pull multiple, I kind of want to pull 2 just because I feel like I've been in a little bit of a slump with my panning, and I just feel like I need some encouragement to feel more excited about it. Should I pull 2? And that would put me at 8 total products. But I really feel like this is the only thing I'm gonna pull 2 cards just for S's and G's. Okay, ready? I'm scared. I thought that was a Joker at first when I looked at it. Okay, we get a King, which if you, again, are unfamiliar with this project, the face cards are the same prompt every single time. So again, I'll post the game board here in a minute so we can look at what prompt this is. But the second card is, ooh, an 8 of Hearts. So let's see what categories we got. If you guys are interested in joining along in this project, I will also leave the Google sheet down below so that you can see the prompts and the game board and all of the things. But posting the game board here, so the King always, no matter what suit it is, the King correlates to an oldest product. Ooh, okay, I'm excited about that. I definitely should use some of my older products so that I can maybe move them out of my collection before the year's end. And then the 8 of Hearts is your astrology sign, which is crazy because I'm like actually like such a geek when it comes to astrology. Just ordered some of the astrology palettes from ColourPop, and I obviously ordered my sign. So I could pick that, or I could pick something that's like the shade of my, like, maybe, no, that wouldn't make sense. Anyway, I will be right back. I'm gonna stop talking. Okay, you guys, I am back with my products. One of these I feel like I'm going to regret a little bit. I kind of want to pick a third card just for fun. Because, okay, we'll get into it and then we'll decide if I want to pick a third card. Okay, so for oldest product, honestly, the only thing I would be interested in working on at this point in time is like a concealer, foundation, or powder. But the oldest powder in my collection, I wasn't really interested in working on. It's my RCMA powder, and I know I wouldn't be able to finish that before the end of the year. And I worked on that earlier this year in my whole collection project pan. So what I'm getting to is Holy smokes. Yep, this is expired, so I should work on this. Anyway, my oldest product in my collection. I believe my oldest foundation currently is my L'Oreal Pro Glow. It used to be a tried and true favorite. This is probably like my 6th tube of this. I think it's a great foundation, but I love to try new foundations, and because I've gone through so many of these, I feel like I've grown out of this a little bit, but when I looked at this, I was like, ooh, I kind of like have the urge to reach for this again. So I've worked on this and a few other projects this year, but I'm not actively working on it, and I would say I am about halfway through this product. I have obviously been continuing to self-tan, but I'm gonna go down from dark to medium in my tanning water, and this will be a good mixing foundation for my Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation. So I'm really excited about this. I am gonna give myself a goal of finishing this because I just need to finish this, especially looking at the expiration date. I'm embarrassed. I'm not even gonna say it out loud. Hold on, let me just see if this is still like, it's fine. If I start breaking out terribly, then I'll get rid of it. Whatever. I know I can finish this up, so I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's such a beautiful foundation. Okay, I don't know why I just watched that, but I'm really excited to work on that. And then for the prompt, your astrology sign, I am a Taurus, proud Taurus. I feel like I feel like if you read any of the astrology stuff, like you can always make everything fit kind of to like your personality, but like truly I feel like I'm a Taurus at heart. So like I said, I picked up some of the ColourPop Zodiac little quads, and I have the Never Tore Us Apart quad, and I'm just gonna give myself a usage goal of reaching into this reaching into this 5 times in any capacity, whether it be for one shade, all the shades. Just want to reach for this 5 times. I need to test this out for review anyway, and I feel like I can easily bust through that by the next update, so then I can roll this out. I also feel like I'll be able to roll this out next update, so I kind of want to roll in one more. I just feel like, because then if I finish these 2 up, I would be at 6 for the next update, which I would be okay with working on 7 products. I don't know why. I'm probably going to regret this so much, but I kind of just want to pick one more card. So we're going to do that. I honestly feel like part of the reason I want to pick another card is just because I want to prolong going to work a little bit more. I'm going to work after this, but we're just going to pick one more card to work on. And we get the 4 of Spades. So I'm going to pull the game board back up, and the 4 of Spades correlates to autumn. So I think that would just mean anything that reminds me of the autumn season, which is great because I love the fall. It's obviously the fall right now, and what am I gonna choose? I'll be right back, you guys. All right, you guys, I'm back, and I have selected another lip gloss to work on. I really want to work a few more lip glosses out of my collection before the end of the year, so I chose this little mini from ABH. This is in the shade Kristen, and I think this is going bad. Like, it's starting to smell a little bit different, a little bit funky, and I just kind of want to use this up, get this out of my collection before it, like, I feel like it's not okay to put on my lips. Maybe that would be right now. Here it is right here. It is a pretty opaque gloss, and it's a beautiful mauve tone shade that is just like my cup of tea this time of year. I love mauve tones, and this is just going to be perfect. I'm going to top this. I'm going to put this on my lips right now. And it is a mini too, so I feel like I could try and get through it a little bit quicker. I don't necessarily know that I'll be able to finish this up by, yeah, that's super pretty. I like that. I don't necessarily know that I'll be able to finish this up by the next update, but maybe 2 months time and I will be able to roll this out. So we now have, I believe, do we have 9 products that we're currently working on? Yes, we have 9 products that we're currently working on. I am hoping to be able to roll these 2 out next update, and then we'll roll at least 1 more in next update. I don't know, I was just in a fun mood to pick some cards, kind of refresh this a little bit, and get re-excited to reach for some of my Project Pan items. As we're nearing the end of the year, I'm like starting to get a little stressed out, like, okay, what am I gonna finish to make my makeup inventory numbers just like a slightly bit smaller? And I say this and I'll probably do like a large Sephora VIP sale haul. Will we even be surprised? You shouldn't be. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch, for supporting me as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.